What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Through the Woods, where we are lost in Viking hillbilly nowhere. I have no idea what we're up to right now, but I can virtually assure you it's not going to turn out well for us. There's no way that this goes well. Was there a book back here? Hold on, let me run back real fast. There was a book. I knew I forgot something in the previous episode. Let's go ahead and read on up here. I'm going to need the text on that one. Spied a glimmer from the watchtower in the night. Must be that strange racker man lighting his lanterns again. The way he skulks around in the dark makes me grip my bow tighter. But he's the only one who keeps the pass lit and carries off the dead. He's been doing it longer than anybody can remember, though no one knows why. Hardly a one sees him about it either, as he only works in the black of the night. The old uns leave baskets of bread outside the fence now and then to keep him fed. Always gone the next morn unless I watch it through the night. Then it goes stale and gets taken by the crows. Seems as much as I watch out for the old racker, he has his eyes yet better trained. Okay. It's a little horrifying. I don't know what an old racker is. I assume an old racker is kind of like a lantern man or something. Like he's got a job to do and he's going to take care of it. We're looking for our son. If you weren't here for the previous episode, our son was kidnapped by a Viking in a little skiff. Not a longboat, but in like a little skiffy-doo. And so anyways, we're trying to track that down and figure out what happened here. Oh, I can go inside the building. I was worried I wasn't going to be able to crouch through the doorway. What about this one over here? Is that actually a door, or is that just like a reinforcing plank? It's not a plate, I guess, if it's made out of wood. We'll go back this way. Let's have our... I thought that was a shrine of a wang for a minute, and I was like, well, we know what these Vikings were looking at. You've got to pray for the wang. If you don't ask the gods for providence of wang, how can you ask them for providence of war or providence of anything else? You got to start with the important stuff. Like, oh, great God, look after my prostatitis, for it is quite fiery and terrible. Amen. I'm thinking we probably go this way since we came from the long thing over there. There's a glowy-doo over here, so I think I'm...
This is Espen's. He must have dropped it. I'm coming, Espen.
What is it? Oh, it's a little snowman. Frosty the snowman got kidnapped by Espen.
Espen loved his reflectors. He collected them from magazines and cereal boxes, and I bought him a couple from the gas station by our house. He'd hang them from the curtain pole at the cabin and wave his flashlight over them at night to watch them shine. I could hardly believe any of this was happening, but what I did know was that the reflector I found was his. What I couldn't know at the time was that he'd left me more. A trail. And as long as I stumbled across these reflectors now and then, that Espen was still alive.
What is this? Ask Aladdin and the princess, a ring of birch. Brothers, I found a ring of birch. Is that useful to me? Like, who's out here weaving sticks? So are reflectors Norwegian people? Help me out here. Scandinavian folk. Are reflectors like a thing that's going on over there right now? Or are those something that people collect? We don't have that here. I'm just curious, like, what's up with these reflectors that it keeps bringing up? Are those, like, a fad among kids nowadays, like pogs or something like that? Or what's going on with the reflectors? Can I go this way? Or will I be blocked by mountains of stone? It appears as though I have been blocked by mountains of stone. By the way, this game does seem to have, not like a lot of performance issues, but it's definitely hard. I'm on, oh yeah, I have a flashlight now. The game is on like lowest settings. I tried and I still only get like 40 frames per second. So there might be some minimal optimizations that need to be done or something. It's on the highest right now, and it seems to me as though on the highest setting and on the lowest setting I get about the same performance out of it, which means that there's probably some kind of like shader inefficiency or something going on. I figured I'd bring it up because a lot of people use these videos that I do as kind of like first impressions or as like review type content, and so I'll bring things up as I see them, but the performance does seem to be a little bit spiky. I don't know if I'm supposed to be off the beaten trail right now or if I'm supposed to be staying on it. To be fair, be very, very nice to your trails. It's never a good thing to see a beaten trail. It's just not fair to the trail. You know, no trail deserves that. No trail is rowdy enough to deserve that kind of behavior. Keep your emotions in check and just keep from beating your trail, you know? Just don't do it. Just explain your problems to the trail. Talk about your problems with the trail. It'll listen, I promise. it may not respond back but that's because trails are natural listeners. They're just not good on talking back. My granddad actually didn't talk much. He had palsy like in his mouth. He was born with it or whatever, where like he couldn't speak very well. My granddad, and so growing up in like the 30s and like the 20s and the 40s and whatnot with a severe speech impediment, people were not altogether too kind. People tended to treated you like you were like mentally handicapped or something. He wasn't. He was perfectly mentally capable. It was just he couldn't speak. And so anyways, because of that, he ended up gleaning tremendous wisdom from life, because he always told me that wisdom was about listening, not speaking, and I think that's probably true, because he hardly talked ever, and yet he seemed to just be this well of knowledge about like everything. Merkstad. Nobody's gonna. So you've got things to say about reflectors that we find along the side of the road, but when a stone bursts into glowing LED Viking runes in front of you with little magic thingies glowing up into the air, you got nothing to say. One of them seems a little bit more fantastical than the other, just in my opinion. It sounds like there's a storm coming in. It seems like tentatively we could definitely freeze to death if we don't play this right. So when do I get the BFG, and when do I get like the chainsaw to fight the demons with?
Fy fan. What's that?
What's fy fan? What does that mean? Did it say fy fan somewhere? Where did she get this fy fan from? Fy fan faux fum? I smell the blood of an Englishman. It's weird. Did you ever think that in that storyline it was a little odd that the giant could smell you, like, by your blood type? He knew where you were from. He'd be like, oh, there's an Italian around. Like, oh, that's definitely a Norwegian. Well, I smell the blood of an Englishman. Like, and what's the differentiating factor? Do, like, Norwegians smell a little bit more like strawberries or something? How do you tell? Like, is there, like, a sweetness or, like, a bitterness to the bloodline? I don't see anything around here that looks like intensely collectible or interesting. So I'm just going to go out on a limb and say possibly that I'm not supposed to be over here, or that whatever is supposed to be over here, I've just missed out on it entirely. Sound good? Alright, let's run her ass back over this way. Are these trail markers, or like what are these? There's a crossing over there, so I'll go ahead and try that rather than risking slipping on slippy stones. Stones that are underwater tend to be kind of slippery. If I had a nickel for every time I saw a hiker fall into a creek.
It can't be far ahead.
This lady's like going hardcore too. She didn't like get a gun or like a knife or anything before she came after this dude. Like, this guy is a Viking, and while she hasn't seemed to have locked in on that just yet, like, he's probably pretty good with a sword. Like, I would have gone and got the old blapstick first. You know, go grab the shotgun real quick. Go find a local farmer, I guess, because this is Europe or whatever, so I don't know where you find guns in Europe. Shaun of the Dead and all that has convinced me that farmers seem to be the guy that... Simon Pegg has convinced me that the only people that have guns are people, like, with farms and stuff. So go find a farmer real fast and be like, yo, dog, in farm speak. My homie's been jacked. Maybe you help me out by, you know, let me borrow that 6-gauge real quick. Let me flatten a Viking out here. Just go blah! Take him out. Lay him low. Play him a little tune on the percussion stick.
Shit. The old bastard must have pulled a bridge across. Too far to jump. I'll have to go down.
That doesn't look that far. In all honesty, I think you could probably use the stones to climb up from that side, but video games, you know what I mean? Video game characters always giving up so easily once the path has been blocked. Oh, I don't think we're getting back up that way. Yep. Once you go this way, I think you've dedicated to the task at hand. Can I use my flashlight? No, you don't want to let me use my flashlight? Because it seems like a wise idea right now. I would definitely recommend against going down into unknown caves. As a geologist, that would be my recommendation to you. If you find a cave, just resist the urge to crawl down in it. I know you really, really want to, an exploration, and there might be treasure in there or something, but it's easy to get lost in a cave. It's real easy to get lost in a cave.
Oh, that's Espen's flashlight.
And also his coat. Apparently the Viking has stripped him down a bit.
No. Espen. Please don't hurt him. Please. Don't you hurt him! I'm coming, Espen. I'm coming.
Okay, so we have crossed over from the cave. She looks like she stuffed that rather large jacket into that rather tiny backpack. But I do have a flashlight now, which is
Espen must
pretty
be
rad.
cold without his jacket.
Nah, he's got that Viking warmth now.
When I saw Espen's jacket there on the ground, I felt like something inside me broke. I suddenly realized that this was really happening. He'd been taken from me. His coat, his little coat, lying in that dark place. I was his mother. I was supposed to protect him. He trusted me, and I let him down, as I had so many times before. His jacket was a symbol of my failure. I promised myself I would find him, and I would bring him back. I just hoped that was a promise I could keep.
I mean, I hope she realizes we're kind of off the grid right now. Like, we swam across a lake and then went into forests that we are unfamiliar with. Hopefully this isn't one of those, like, 1970s flashlights they always seem to give you in games like this, that the battery lasts, like, 18 seconds. I can't stand that shit in video games. Your flashlight should last basically forever. This is the future. We have flashlights that have little windy things on them that make them rechargeable. We no longer use batteries for flashlights unless it's like a mag light. And even then, you don't have to swap the batteries on a mag light very often. Not at all. Well, I guess I'll continue on down the trail as rapidly as possible since we ain't got nothing else going on. What's going on out here? More boats. There's lily pads, though. Those aren't too threatening. Lily pads aren't horrifying. This one says Thursvik. Oh, that's not good. There's a troll eating a Viking. A troll that apparently is really, really good at smelling. His cocaine consumption is probably absurd. You definitely don't share with him. I don't know if I should go that way, or if there's anything over this way that would be pertinent to grab. Ooh, what's up with this shenanigans over here?
Ooh, the smell.
It's a dead goat. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that this water source is probably not good to drink from. Ooh, a dead guy.
Fuck. Those are human.
Nah. Could have sworn they were reptilian. Oh, there's a book over here. The cursed beast and the fool I am to have entered here. Thought mayhaps I'd find a hare or two in the troll's lair already killed and skinned. Looked for the thrice damned creature before I crept in and saw no sign of it. Fool, I heard it coming too late. Caught me here gathering its spoils. Creature shambled in, dragging 2 bleating sheep by the legs. How I didn't hear it earlier, I won't live long enough to know. Dashed me twice against the wall and left me moaning as it ate the sheep, legs broken, jaw hanging off. I doubt I'll see the morn, for it remembers I'm here. Fool I am, for a hare. Where are ye who find these my last words?
A troll. But what?
A troll in the dark. Can I crouch? No, you can't. A troll. A dwarvish troll. I'm GMing now. Oh, shit on me. What is that? Turn the light out. Turn the light out. Run! Apparently, I picked the wrong direction. Holy shit. So, like, am I supposed to die down in there? Because there was a book down in there. How does that affect, like, let's say that I go here with my collection. Oh, it lets you keep the... Okay, so we still got the troll warning. So that's good. Maybe we watch out for a troll in the forest then. You know, just keep our head down and hope that we don't have any trolley adventures. Down that way. There was a trail. It does seem to be later at night, though, than it was previously, doesn't it? It seems that way to me. What's back this way? Grasses should stop making noises and, like, messing around. Trying to mess with my sanity here. Nothing down that way. Okay. There's so many different paths you can take. Like, every single time, there's like 2 or 3 different places you can search around in. I don't know if it's like a free roaming game where you're supposed to just like dick around and find stuff for yourself, or there's a cave over here. It's inside the cave. Oh, please don't be the troll cave. Oh, that's not a happy noise. Oh shit. Run for it. This dude's coming down the mountain when he comes. I don't plan on being here when that happens. Yes, take up the giant sword. Smack him in his dome. Oh shit, he's still with us. I don't think this is going to end well for us. So some kind of Viking rune over here. He's giving us the Viking middle finger. How nice of him. Where'd the troll go, though? Man, I ain't feeling this folklore stuff. I thought we were going to be up against, like, ghost Vikings or something. I wasn't ready to really, like, roll the dice with evil trolls. So, like, where did this thing go? Oh, shit on me. Oh, I hear him. Yeah, there he is right there. Wonder how far away he can sense me from. I don't play that noise. Where did he go? How does something that big hide? In addition, how do I hide from him? See, once again, this is a powerful argument for bringing the shotgun with us. I can't guarantee it would stop his ass, but it would definitely shorten his gait for a little while. Pop that fool in his ankle with a slug. See if he still wants to mess around. He sounds pretty upset. I almost shit myself. Somebody just texted me and it vibrated my desk and it made me shit a little. I now have dirty britches. I don't know what his sightlines look like, but I'm not going to tempt fate here. Sounds like he's getting further away, so that's a plus. How does he feel about electrical lighting solutions? Does he see those? Can he lock in on that? So there's where we came in. There he is right there. Shit. So he's inside of his cave, and then he comes out. We gotta wait for him to go back into the cave, and then once he goes back into the cave, we'll try to run past him on the left-hand side and see if there's anything out that way. Because when we were at the stones way the hell over there, it looked like there was a house up the hill that was lit up. Alright, we're just gonna chill right here and hope that his sense of smell is not proportional to the size of his nose. He's just chillaxing over there. He's not moving at all. He looks a little leaky. It looks like he investigates light sources. I'm just gonna run for it. Weave in between some trees or something. Nope. Like hell you do. I ain't stopping. We're going up the mountain right now. And then I'm gonna squeeze through the smallest slots that I can that you can't fit through. And this is a terrible idea, but I will survive this. I am strong. I am all that is woman. You cannot terrify me. Between the trees! Quickly! Serpentine! Serpentine! He seemed a little upset about losing his dinner. Oh shit, he's still on me. No!
I know how it sounds, but it's true. All of it's true. I can't explain it. I can hardly believe it, but it happened. The moon. When I was young, I found some photos of my parents in an old shoebox at their house. I was looking for Christmas presents. They looked so young and in love before I was born. I remember they didn't look like the people I thought I knew. There was something different about them I couldn't understand. I was lifting a veil, and I knew these pictures weren't for my eyes. The island was like that. The journals, the troll, the broken moon. I wasn't supposed to see those things. I was intruding on something secret, and I didn't belong there.
All right, well, I think we're just about out of time. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here for the next episode of Through the Woods, where things seem to be amplifying suitably. We got chased by a cave troll. Got chased by a cave troll. When was the last time that happened in a horror game? It looks like there's something out in the water over there. You can see its beady little shifty eyes. I ain't going over there. Somehow I doubt that there's like a 65 Ford sitting out in the water with its headlights on, so I ain't playing that noise. I will see you all in the next episode of Through the Woods. I'm going to try and backtrack a little and make sure I didn't miss anything. All right? Bye, everybody.